What is up, everybody? I am super excited about this video because we are talking about the book of Joshua. Now, Joshua is honestly one of my favorite books in the Old Testament because I think it has so much to do about leadership and about how God is our victory through each one of the trials and tribulations in our lives. But first, this is Bible Basics, and I'm super excited and stoked that you're joining me for this journey through the book of Joshua. And if you want to check out the previous episodes, I'll leave a little card right here in the top right. It doesn't mirror my image, does it? No, it should be right here. And that link will take you to the other videos that you can check out about the Old Testament, the New Testament, and some of the different books that we've gone through already. I know I say this in every video, but it's to help us remember the story of the Bible and what it's all about. So the Bible is divided up into two different sections. There's the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament covers the history and record of the creation of the world and the fall of man. That's when sin entered the picture and separated us from God. It also follows the history and movement of God's people, and it contains the promise that one day a Savior would come to save us from our sin. That Savior's name is Jesus, and that's what the New Testament's all about. It contains the story of his life, his death, and his resurrection, which means he came back to life. It also follows the history and movement of the early church and contains the promise that one day Jesus will come back to make all things new. I have a pastor in my life that starts each and every sermon that he preaches with that statement, and it's helped me and blessed me so much when I look at the Bible to remember what the main thing is whenever I study and think about the Bible. So let's get started with the book of Joshua. Now we pick up the story in Joshua after Moses has passed away, and he has passed on the baton of leadership to Joshua to lead the people into the promised land and to conquer the land that God has given them. Now from there we see the different battles and experiences that the people of God went through as they conquered the land that God had given them, the promised land. Now at the end of the book we pick up where the people of God are then heading into the time of Judges. Now this is when God will appoint specific people with the title of judge to help the people of God in the different crises and things that they have going on. But let's stay focused and look at the book of Judges. That's the wrong book. Let's stay focused and look at the book of Joshua. Now, Joshua is a great leader. He is a leader that is courageous. He does not give in to fear or intimidation, but he presses forward because he knows that God is faithful. Now, even though Joshua is such a great leader, he pales in comparison to Jesus, but we can see Jesus in Joshua, and it is such a great example of what it looks like to lead in our own life. So I want to encourage you as you go throughout your life to always pay attention and be aware that people are watching you, because you do have influence and you can make an impact in the people around you no matter where you're at. This doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect or get everything right, but as long as we're conscious and keep our eyes on Jesus, he's going to lead us into those different places and allow us to point people to him. So I want to close out this video with a word of encouragement, a verse of encouragement from Joshua 1 verse 9, which says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, because the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." So I would love it if you leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all of the Bible Basics videos and other content that will be coming out on the channel. And I hope that this has blessed you and encouraged you to stay strong and courageous as you walk and as you learn to be more like Jesus. I'll see you next time. Peace out. Okay, I don't know how to do these thumbnails, but
we're trying here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying different things for the YouTube thing. What else am I doing? Anyways, I'll probably do this in the back, end of the video.
for bloopers and funny times.